Well, everybody, we are getting ready to, I guess you could call it a hunt. Yeah, we're going hunting today. Let's go pick out a couple weapons to take. Well, we got quite a few options to choose from in here. Pump action shotgun, always a good choice. Trusty dusty Glock 17, of course. We got some 22 blanks sitting right here. In all seriousness, it might not be a horrible idea to bring these for warning shots or something like that. And then I also have the 22 revolver hanging right here, so I might just bring that. So I just went ahead and settled on the pump action shotgun. It can pretty much do it all. I also got my bow out here. Forgot to mention, I do have the bow in case we need silent death. We got that. We got the binos and the bug spray in the truck as well. So I just realized that you guys are probably like, what the heck is this dude talking about? So this video could actually turn into something very serious, even though I kind of wanted to make a little joke out of the intro there. But the other day I was coming out here to make a video where we're going right now, out to the shooting range. And my brother-in-law told me that he had heard people out there a few days before. I'm gonna show you guys this here in a minute, but where we shoot is not into a berm or anything. It looks like we're just shooting off into the woods, but actually out into the woods a couple hundred yards, there's a huge hill that goes up like, I don't know, 50 or 100 feet or something. It's a big hill. So we've always just kind of, you know, shot out there. It's their property and we know that there's no one that should be out there. But apparently lately there have been people out there. They're not supposed to be. So technically they're trespassing. So I thought I'd come out here today and see if we can maybe sneak up on somebody. It's really nice out here like it was the other day. And actually when I came out here to make the 100-year-old gun video that I just posted, check it out, link in the description, or I'll try to put a link up here on the screen actually. I heard somebody make a noise, like kind of like they were panicking, like they heard me either talking or setting something up. So I walked to the edge of the woods, and like I said, it's so thick out there that you just can't see more than 10 feet in front of you. So I didn't see anyone, but I did hear footsteps and what sounded like an engine running, like maybe they had a four-wheeler or something. So I called out, nobody responded. My brother-in-law said that he called out and basically said, "You're on private property, get the hell out of here." He's posted no trespassing signs, and all that was before I heard these people that were definitely on our property. So if it's the same group of people, even after all that, they've still come back. And actually the other day, I'll try to put a picture up on the video here, he found a pair of like latex gloves, like hospital gloves, on the exit of one of the trails here. And I'll walk you guys around all this here in a second and show you what I'm talking about. But none of us have had anything like that out here, and they weren't here just a couple days before that. So I think that might have been from the group of people that I heard out here when I was shooting that video the other day. So I'm gonna try to be kind of quiet when we walk off into the woods here, because obviously if there is anybody out here, I don't want to spook them off. I want to surprise them and see if we can catch them and find out who it is. But it's just risky because this back part of the property here is where we shoot. It's where I make videos, and he comes out here and shoots all the time. Like there's always, you know, bullets flying out here. And like I said, if there's anybody out here when they're not supposed to be, they could obviously get hit with a round or a ricochet. It's just super unsafe to have people back here that we don't know about, number one. Number two, they're not supposed to be back here. I've got the GoPro mounted to my chest, and I got the main camera right here. Obviously I am armed. This is not really a hunt like I was saying in the beginning of the video. I mean, we're hunting, but we're not looking to hurt anybody or do anything like that, just to find out who this is and tell them to get the heck out of here. So we'll start our little journey here. Like I said the other day, I was not trying to be quiet. I was being super loud, you know, like hanging up targets and shooting guns and everything else, and it didn't make them run off then. So I almost wonder if it's like kids or something, because there are four-wheeler tracks off here in the woods, and I think the property might kind of bleed together with somebody else's property, and maybe they're just coming over here and not really knowing. But when he said that he called out and told them to get the heck out of here, I know he made himself known. So we're gonna go over to the new shooting range that we have down here, and we'll start over on this side, because I want to show you guys the berm that I was talking about that we have on the other side of the woods here. And you can see I'm out on the shooting range right now, and you'll notice a lot of times in the videos we shoot this direction, which, like I said, it looks like we're just shooting out into the woods, and we are. And then we also have this old burn pile here that's kind of a berm. We're gonna build a bigger berm out here now, especially after all this started happening. But there is a really big hill out here in the woods that we've kind of used as just a natural berm out here. So, I mean, you can see what I'm talking about with how thick it is out here. And this is obviously our shooting range that we use down here. We kind of just opened all this up and, you know, trimmed some of this stuff down so that we could shoot. But like out into the woods out here, I mean, there's certain parts where there's trails, so, you know, you can see some of the trails, but other than that, it'd be pretty easy for someone to sneak around out here and not even notice them. So about a couple hundred yards that way. I'm not exactly sure how far it is. I know it's a good ways that way. I would say maybe 100 or 200 yards. There's a hill, and I honestly thought we'd be able to see it better, but it's so thick we can't even see the hill. Basically, we're in a bowl right now, so over there it just rises way up. And, you know, any bullets that might come from up here are obviously gonna, you know, go out into the woods and drop down and either hit the ground or hit a tree or something like that. And if anything did make it all the way through, we know that we have that giant hill over there. People walking through the woods, that ain't good. You know, if someone accidentally were to get hit with a bullet, whether they're supposed to be on the property or not, that's not something that any of us want to deal with. So we're not shooting this way no more, at least until we get a berm built and, you know, figure all this out. But I don't hear anybody yet. I was hoping that maybe I would hear someone or hear that four-wheeler or whatever it was that they were on the last time I heard them. Like I said, I called out, I yelled out to them, basically said, you know, hello, anybody there? I knew they were, I could hear footsteps. They were that close to me, so I know that they heard me. And I heard someone go, oh, oh, like, oh crap, someone's here. But I don't know how they didn't hear me yelling at the camera and making a video. I always yell at the camera for some reason. I don't think I am, and then I watch the video back and I'm like, why am I yelling? Most of you guys don't seem to mind. What was that? I imagine it was just an animal. I'm not really sure. Whatever it was super loud. It kind of scared me. But actually you can see, like I said, we've posted a bunch of no trespassing signs all over the woods ever since he heard those people out here. And maybe you guys can see one of these. The camera doesn't zoom very well, but right there on that tree, that yellow sign, is a no trespassing sign, and he's posted those up all over the woods, so I'm sure we'll come across a couple more of them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and walk up and go to the trail entrance where we saw those latex gloves. That's what makes me think they might have been on a four-wheeler, because like I said, there's really nice four-wheeler trails out here. It's just weird that they would not only come out here, but also, you know, leave evidence that they were here. It's just weird. So like I said, this is the big open spot that I was talking about, that they obviously had to have come out up here. And it's not like they just popped out and went back in. They came out and left dirty gloves on the ground. So they're either too stupid to know any better, which makes me think it might be kids, or they're fearless and they just don't care if anyone sees them. I think he actually left these dirty gloves on the ground right here. Yeah, he did. All right, cool. So these are the gloves I was telling you about. You can see there's two of them. And like I said, none of us have ever had anything like this out here, and they weren't here just a couple days before that. This is where we keep the salt block for the deer. And he's, you know, over in this area all the time, and he didn't notice these like the day before. So I think that day that I came out to make the video is when these popped up, either then or a day or two later, because he sent me a text, I think, the next day. So what's frustrating is we used to have a trail cam on this tree right here, and he took it off to, you know, get some of the footage, and he never put it back up. If he would have had that, it probably would have been right on this trail and captured whoever it was that came out of here. Man, the bugs are horrible out here today. Oh, here's a trail cam right here. So it looks like he must have put it up actually in the woods a little bit. That's smart, because that's going to capture anything and anyone that's out here at all. But yeah, you can see the trail goes down that way, and then that's kind of where it starts and goes all around the property. But I wish we could have, little chipmunk scared my poop out. You guys probably can't see him, but yeah, I wish that we could have run up on them and surprised them. I think they'll be back. It's just such a nice day, and it's exactly like it was the other day. So I figured everyone's at work. It's a nice day out. Maybe I can, you know, come out here and sneak up on them, but it doesn't look like it. That was a giant hornet. Hopefully it wasn't a Japanese murder hornet or whatever they're called. Like, we don't have enough effed up insects around here. We got murder hornets now that are gonna bite your face off. Actually, right here was where I heard something the other day, and so I came to the edge of the wood line here, and this is all I could see. You know, you just can't see anything. It sounded like they were right down here, and like I said, I heard footsteps, and I just heard a giant bee or a murder hornet, whatever it was. I heard footsteps walking like right there, so they were definitely close. If I could hear their footsteps, they could hear me call out for them, and they ignored me. I think they heard me shoot and kind of scared them. I'm pretty positive no one's out here today. You know that feeling you get if someone's out here or someone's nearby, you just know. You can hear stuff. You can just tell when someone's out here and they're not out here today. Who knows, they might pop up like they did the other day. I don't think they were out here for the first couple hours that I was out here the other day, and then they just popped up on me. It's a pretty cool looking feather, whatever it is. Probably shouldn't have touched that. Spider web. Oh, I'm looking for foot tracks and stuff. I don't really see anything because the dirt's, you know, it's just bone dry out here right now. It's gonna be kind of hard to see anything like that. So here's one of our trespassing signs, or our no trespassing signs, I should say. And another trail cam, which you can see. Posted, private property, no trespassing, and then they got another trail camera right there. He must have 5 or 6 of those things out here. I just stepped in another giant spider web. But yeah, he must have 5 or 6 of those trail cams out here. They're everywhere. And that's another thing. In order to get to where they were at down here in the middle of the woods, they had to have walked by or rode by those no trespassing signs. So that's the only, you know, thing that kind of makes you wonder like what they're up to, because if it was just an honest mistake, I don't think they would have walked past those. They're bright yellow. Well, dang it, I was hoping they'd be out here. And I guess it's a good thing that they're not, but. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me today, guys. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find anybody out here. I was really hoping that we would kind of come up and surprise somebody. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna publish this video or not. It might have turned out to be a good vlog, I really don't know, but I actually had a lot of fun out here looking for them, even though we didn't find anybody. But either way, we do have trespassers on the property, which, like I said, isn't good because all we do out here is shoot guns, and you know, and it's not their property, so they shouldn't be out here anyways. But maybe we scared them away the other day when I was out here shooting. I don't know. I might have run the clip already, but I do have a clip of the camera was rolling whenever I heard someone out there and I walked over to the wood line and yelled for them. So I do have a video of that. But unfortunately, we didn't find anyone today. Maybe if they come back, we'll be out here filming a video and we'll catch it on camera. But our little trespasser hunt was not successful today. So if I do upload this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I had fun just coming out here and kind of walking around. Would have been better if we found somebody, but we didn't. So what are you gonna do? But if you guys did like the video, please hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.